Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to make is pizza dough and pizza. This particular recipe, I think it comes out more of a thick dish type pizza crust, and I have several other. I have thin crust, thick, square. Oh my gosh, I've got quite a few, and I also have the pizza sauce too. I have very easy recipes, the cooked ones, and I even have some clone recipes of some major pizza, like Pizza Hut clone and that type of thing. So please check out if you're looking for a sauce, a pizza sauce, as well as all different types of pizza dough and the different type of thickness in crust. Well, I'm going to start off by giving you the recipe. I went ahead and I made the dough in my bread maker on the dough cycle. It is a larger capacity, one up to 2 pounds, because you're going to use a lot of flour. So if you're using your maker, you know you want to be able to have a larger capacity to do it. You're going to need 3 cups of lukewarm water, and that's got to be at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to use a tablespoon, and yes, I did say a tablespoon of dry active yeast, 1.5 tablespoons of kosher salt. If you find that you think it's a little too salty, then go down to 1 tablespoon. I think it gives it a lot of flavor, but that's going to be up to you. And use 6.5 all-purpose flour. And you know, just as I mentioned, I have several pizza dough recipes. I have some with regular flour, some with whole wheat, some with all-purpose. So there's, you know, there's different kinds. But this one, once you see it bake up, you would think it came from a bread flour or even a high gluten flour because it bakes up just beautifully. So I want to take out the dough to show you, and this is just 1/4 of it, I guess is the best way to put it. This particular dough is quite sticky, so you have to have a little bit of patience with it in handling it. But of course you don't want to use too much flour either, you know, because it'll make, you know, the dough very dense and heavy. Now, what I get out of is 4 of these. This is a 9-inch pizza pan. In fact, this is from my parents' restaurant. And we call it more of, you know, like a personal size pizza, that type of thing. But it's 9 inches. I oiled it very well. You choose the oil that you want to use, okay? And I get 4 of them out of this, okay? And I'm just going to roll it out to a little round here just to get it started. And then the rest I'm going to just lay in the pan and stretch it. Because I don't like to overwork the dough too much. Okay. And then I'm just going to simply just plop that in. And then with my fingertips and the palms of my hands, just stretch it out and bring it up on the sides of the pan. And it will sink back down, but just, you know, do it a couple times and bring up as well about almost to the ridge of the pan. And it's going to sink down, but when it bakes up, it's going to be really nice and thick. And then I'm just pressing in around the sides, on the inside, on the inner corners, and flattening the center. And then once again, I'm just bringing up those ends right to the pan. Okay? So it'll look like that. All right? Use whatever type of sauce that you want, of course. And I'm just going to lay the sauce in here. All your toppings, of course, are strictly up to you because there's just so many varieties to make a pizza. But I'm using just, here's some mozzarella that I'm putting over the top of that. And just working that all around to the top. And you know, you can use any type of cheeses or different blends of cheese. I'm actually putting what I think most people would consider, you know, double cheese. Okay, and then we're just going to put some pepperoni on it. So we're going to make a very easy pizza. Some people, you know, you can put anything on it, onions and mushrooms, green peppers, anchovies, pineapple, ham, bacon. I mean, it just, the list goes on and on. You know, whatever that you like and that you prefer on your pizza. Okay. And then I'm also going to be topping it with some ground hamburger, or it's really ground sirloin, but you can use hamburger, any hamburger, round, whatever. Also Italian sausage, cut up is very good on a pizza too. So, okay. All right, so it looks like this before it goes in the oven. Now, what I would suggest to do is bake it at 450 degrees, and it's going to take you anywhere from, well, it could take 18 to even 25 minutes. It really depends on your oven. But at 450, you know, start watching. I like to start watching mine around 15 minutes or so, 12 minutes, and keep an eye on it that it doesn't, you know, burn and over bake. And, you know, it'll be up to you when you want to take it out, because some people like their pizza more well done than others, okay? So let me rinse my hands real quick here. And I want to show you what it looks like once it's baked up. Okay? And this is how it will turn out. It makes for just a beautiful, as I mentioned, you know, that kind of personal size pizza. Let me see if I can lift it to show you the beautiful bottom, the color of the nice golden brown to it, and how nice and tall that it bakes up to. I hope you can really see that, because it's just beautiful the way this crust bakes up. So let's go ahead, let's cut into it to show you. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. This just came out of the oven a little bit ago, so I can handle it. It's not so hot that I can't. Okay. And I hope you can see the thickness of it. It's not a real dense, but it's an extremely crispy. It is a hard crust on, you know, all alongside here and on the bottom, but it's very light and crispy, as well as really fluffy on the inside. It really makes for just a beautiful presentation for a pizza, and it tastes fantastic. Well, again, I want to tell you about baking it again at 450. And also, I want to show you something. You can also make rolls out of this recipe. I got 19 rolls out of the entire recipe, and these weighed about, let's see, 2.1 ounces that I made the rolls. They came out a beautiful golden brown, nice crispy bottom, and they're more of a rustic roll, okay, out of them. And then before baking, I just took a scissors and I put a little cross in the top of it. Let me cut into this to show you. And I don't know if you can see or hear the knife that I'm using to cut through how crispy these rolls are. And then when I push on them, look how light and how delicate the inside comes out. Well, your pizza dough is going to be like that, or if you want to make these rustic dinner rolls, the crumb, it is just, they're chewy, but they're light. They're not heavy, and then the outside is very crisp. So it's really just a fantastic tasting roll if you want to make some rustic dinner rolls or buns. Or I love when I make pizza with the pizza dough, and I think you'll be very pleased with it if you give it a try. If you try this recipe and you like it, we'll leave a comment because I'd like to hear from you. And as always, I want to thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake. Please subscribe to my channel, and I also want to remind you that you'll only find my videos on YouTube. So that's it for me for today. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you soon.